Hello students, this is Mrs. Shweta Laddha from Fergusson College, Pune, your biology teacher. We had started with chapter 5, Origin and Evolution of Life. We had already finished with modern synthetic theory of evolution. In last lecture, I also gave you brief introduction about human evolution. So today I am going to discuss in detail how human evolution occurred. We are starting with the 5.13, the last part. Only two parts are there. So if we talk about human being, our ancestors were shrew-like animals which were living on trees, that is they were arboreal. So for living on the trees, they had certain body characters. They had a long prehensile tail, they had big eyes, they were nocturnal. Slowly they came to land and there were a lot of changes that occurred morphologically and anatomically in their body. We are more related to gibbons and apes, isn't it? Chimpanzees, gorillas. And finally, evolution of human being occurred, which also went through a long process. Our cranial capacity increased. We started walking on two legs. Bipedal locomotion started. We had an opposable thumb. We have an opposable thumb and therefore we are able to hold the object properly. We lost our tail because we do not need tail now. We don't want to balance our body on trees. Our pelvic girdle size increased. Chin developed. We have a chin which makes our face attractive. So number of changes occurred. Let us see to a wonderful presentation and see how human evolution occurred. Yes, students. So let us begin with the journey of human evolution. Some points I'll be revising again. So human being, initially it originated from a shrew-like animal. Shrew, like a rat, okay, like a mouse. But that lived on a tree. It was a tree-dwelling animal. Process of human evolution began in Paleocene Epoch. How to pronounce this? Epoch. Okay. During this period, dwindling forests were either cut down, forests were burned due to forest fires. Forests started becoming less. So it was forced, the shrew-like animal was forced to leave its arboreal life, and the mammals then started to adopt their life on land. They came on land. In the chart, we can see that how we are most closely related to gibbons, chimpanzees and gorillas. I'll show you every picture to understand how we are related, how we are different. The major evolutionary trends in transition from ape to man. So from ape, then the man originated, is considered further. Special characters have been acquired by the man in the course of evolution. Increase in the size and complexity of the brain. You can hear this at home also. Every new generation we say that they are more intelligent than the previous generation. Yes, eventually during the course of evolution, the size of the brain, the complexity of the brain increased. Enhanced intelligence, cranial capacity increased, so intelligence increased. Cranial capacity, the capacity of the brain increased. We started bipedal locomotion, started walking on two legs. Initially, we were quadrupedal. We used to use our forelimbs and hind limbs both to walk. Now we started walking on two legs. Opposable thumb. We have an opposable thumb so we can hold objects properly. Imagine if your thumb was not opposable. You couldn't have hold any object. Erect posture. We started walking erect. We are not bent. Shortening of forelimbs. Our forelimbs are short and our hind limbs, our legs are longer and our hands are shortened. We developed chin. Our pelvic girdles, they broadened. Development of lumbar curvature. There is two curvatures. We have a S-shaped vertebral column, lumbar curvature to make our posture erect. It developed. We are a social animal. Man is always a social and a cultural animal. We speak, we talk, we perform various types of arts, we use tools. So all these development occurred during human evolution. So let us see the history with the help of this chart. Mammalia. Who are mammals? Mammals are those organisms which can give birth to young ones having mammary glands. So mammalia, shrew-like mammalia. It further is classified into marsupials, that is pouch animals like kangaroo, which has a pouch and it will develop or rear its baby in that pouch. Then there are monotremes. Monotremes are egg-laying mammals. Egg-laying mammals are like duckbill platypus. Okay, they lay eggs and further the development takes place. And then there are eutherians, which are placenta mammals. They are having placenta. The development of the baby takes place, or fetus takes place inside the uterus. Placenta is formed, which will nourish the developing fetus. In eutherians, we will further study about order primates. So Mammalia is classified into marsupials, pouched animals, example kangaroo, monotremes, duckbill platypus, egg-laying mammals, and eutherians. In eutherians, we will study about primates first, order primates, placental mammals. They are classified into suborder Prosimy and suborder Anthropoidy. I repeat, Prosimy, Anthropoidy. Prosimy includes lemurs. You can see in the picture lemurs. These are tree dwelling. They have a bushy tail. They are nocturnal. Then we can see tarsiers. They are also tree dwelling, nocturnal, found in the Madagascar Islands. You can see that digits. They are having big digits to hold the trees. They have big eyes because they are nocturnal so that they can see at night. So tree dwelling animals, lemurs and tarsiers belonging to suborder Prosimy. And in Anthropoidy suborder, we will discuss about New World monkeys. In New World monkeys, we will discuss about long prehensile tail monkeys. They are having a long tail. What is the meaning of the word prehensile? They can hold objects also with the help of their tail. Here we will study the example of squirrel monkey and spider monkey. Then we also will study under Anthropoidy about old world monkeys. They have short tail. The tail is non-prehensile. They cannot hold objects with the tail. Examples of old world monkeys are baboons, macaques, langurs. And we will study then about hominoidy. I repeat till here again so that you revise. We are studying about eutherians. Eutherians are placental mammals. In Eutheria, we are going to study about order primates. The order primates is further classified into suborder Prosimy, suborder Anthropoidy. In Prosimy, we discuss about lemurs and tarsiers. Both are shrew-like animals, tree dwellers, having long tails, bushy tails so that they can balance their body very well on the trees. They have digits, they have claws, and you can see that they have big eyes because they are nocturnal, lemurs and tarsiers. Now we will study in detail about Anthropoidy. In Anthropoidy, we study about New World monkeys, Old World monkeys and hominoidy. New World monkeys, here the examples are squirrel monkey, spider monkey. They have long prehensile tail. They can use their tail to hold objects. Old World monkey, you can see examples are baboons, macaques, langurs. They have short non-prehensile tail. This is a picture of a squirrel monkey and a spider monkey. Squirrel monkey, spider monkey. Look at that tail. It is so big. And look, they are holding the branch with the help of the tail. This is the meaning of prehensile. They can use their tail to hold the objects. Old world monkeys are baboons, macaques and langurs. Okay. So baboons, these are baboons, macaques and langurs. Asian monkeys we can say. They have a very short tail. These long prehensile tail or New World monkeys are found in America, and Old World monkeys are found in African and Asian continent. So you can see these are baboons, these are macaques and these are langurs. Macaques, bandar what we say. Okay, and hominoidy. Now hominoidy we will be studying in detail. It is further classified as it has Hylobatidae family. Here we will study about arboreal apes. Hylobatidae consist of apes that are living on trees. Arboreal apes means apes living on trees. Here we will study the example of gibbons. Then there is Pongidae. Pongidae includes semi-erect apes. They do not live on trees. They are not erect like human beings. They are semi-erect. Here we will study gorilla, chimpanzee, orangutan. And hominidae. Hominidae are human beings which have an erect posture. So hominoidy further we will study three branches. We will study Hylobatidae, arboreal apes. Example gibbons. Pongidae, semi-erect apes, gorilla, chimpanzee, orangutan. And hominidae will study about human beings. So this is a picture of gibbons. You can see gibbons are still arboreal. They are apes. They are different from monkeys. They are not having a tail, tailless hai, but they are still staying on trees, tree-dwelling gibbons. This is a gorilla, chimpanzee and orangutan. These three chimpanzees, you can see gorilla, this is a gorilla, this is a chimpanzee, this is a orangutan. These two pictures are of gibbons. You can see they are tree dwellers. Gorilla, semi-erect posture. It is using its forelimbs also to walk. This is chimpanzee and this is orangutan. So belonging to Pongidae. And now we will discuss about hominidae. Okay, so hominidae. We will study about how human evolution occurs during different epoch and during which epoch, which stage of human evolution occurred. So first we are talking about the Myosin Epoch. During the Myosin Epoch, the Dryopithecus, they evolved. During late Miocene or early Pliocene epoch, the Ramapithecus, they developed. During the Pliocene or early Pleistocene, the Australopithecus, they developed. During the Pliocene and early Pleistocene, the Homo habilis, they developed. During the Pleistocene, Homo erectus developed. Late Pleistocene, Homo neanderthalensis, they developed. And recent Holocene epoch, the Homo sapiens developed. Basically, it started with the Paleocene epoch, 65 million years ago. But major development occurred from Miocene, Dryopithecus. Late Miocene, early Pliocene, Ramapithecus developed. Pliocene, after Pliocene, Pleistocene, Australopithecus developed. Same period, Pliocene and Pleistocene, Homo habilis developed. Pleistocene, Homo erectus. Late Pleistocene, Homo neanderthalensis. And recent Holocene, Homo sapiens developed. How to remember this? You can make acronyms. Miocene, Pliocene, Pleistocene and Holocene. So actually there are only 4 which we are interested. Miocene, Dryopithecus, D. Miocene and Pliocene, Ramapithecus. Same period, Pliocene and Pleistocene, again Pliocene and Pleistocene, what developed? Australopithecus. Then Homo habilis. Then Homo erectus during Pleistocene. During late Pleistocene, Homo neanderthals. And now in the Holocene, there are Homo sapiens. So how many H are there? 4. These 4 stands for Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalensis and Homo sapiens. Students, I know this is confusing, but we can make acronyms. What is the acronym? DRA. In DRA, how many H are there? 4. D stands for Dryopithecus, R stands for Ramapithecus, A stands for Australopithecus, and then Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalis and Homo sapiens. See, Homo sapiens is easy to remember. You have to remember only this. This also you can remember by the word hen, H-E-N. Homo habilis, erectus, neanderthalis. So again you can break it into hen. This is just a way I am telling you how to remember. So DRA, and in 4H there is hen. Hen is Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo neanderthalis and Homo sapiens. So I hope this way of remembering the difficult terms with the help of acronym will help you. So let us see human evolution. First we are starting with Dryopithecus. Dryopithecus was an ape-like man. Now initially Homo sapiens, the journey of human evolution started from apes. So this Dryopithecus, which was the first one during Miocene epoch, he was almost like an ape. He was semi-erect. He lived 20 to 25 million years ago. So see, human evolution is starting when? Miocene epoch. When is the Miocene epoch starting? 20 to 25 million years ago. How is he? His body is hairy. He is walking like a chimpanzee. Then came Ramapithecus. Ramapithecus, I told you, DRA, D-R. He is a man-like, erect man. See, little bit erect. He is like a man. He lived 14 to 12 million years ago. Fossils are found in Shivalik hills in India. So, Miocene epoch and then Pliocene epoch. Then we will discuss about Australopithecus, D-R-A, Dryopithecus, Ramapithecus, now Australopithecus. He is called as the connecting link between ape man. He has a cranial capacity of 450 to 600 cc. So he's a connecting link. He's also called as the ape man. Can be asked for MCQ. Always remember. So look at this picture. He's Australopithecus. He's the connecting link between ape and man. So he's also called as the ape man. His cranial capacity is 450 to 600 cc. He lived 4 to 1.8 million years ago. He had a prognathous face. Prognatha. The lower jaw is little bit, we'll say it is broader. He is having lower jaw developed, but he's not taller than 4 feet. He's not very heighted person. Australopithecus, connecting link between apes and man. Then comes the Homo habilis. Homo habilis, see the cranial capacity increased. It is now 600 to 850 cc. He is also called as the handy man. You can see in the picture. He is seen to use a stone tools. It is believed that he might be the one who started using stones as tools, and so is also called as the handy man. He lived 2.5 to 1.4 million years ago. He did not eat meat and he made tools. I told you he is using stones, twigs to make tools. So he's called as a handy man. Can be asked for MCQ. Which man is called as a handy man? Homo habilis is called as the handy man. He was a vegetarian. He did not eat meat and he was the first one to make tools. Then comes Homo erectus. Cranial capacity, look at the cranial capacity. It increased 900 cc. He is the person who is believed to use fire for the first time. He lived from somewhere between 1.8 million years ago. He tamed fire, social gatherings. They stayed together. They lived the life like hunters. They stayed together. They went for hunting together. They started using fire to cook their meat. They stayed in organized group. And they started carving techniques for tools. Up till now only the handyman was using stones, but this was the man. Homo erectus was the one who started walking upright. He led a nomadic life. He started moving from one place to other. He started eating meat now because he discovered fire. So he knew the technique of cooking the meat into the fire. He is also called as the Java man, and he lived 1.5 million years ago. See students, remember, who used fire for the first time? Homo erectus. Who started living together? Homo erectus. Hunters, gatherers, eating meat. Okay, and they started developing their tools now, decorating their tools now. Then comes Neanderthal man. Look at the cranial capacity. Suddenly he became more intelligent. From 900 cc, now the cranial capacity is 1400 cc. He started using tools in daily lives. Look at this Neanderthal man, almost like a human being now, isn't it? The hair is reduced. If you see the skin, the body, hair is reduced. He is erect. He started ceremonies, performing ceremonies. He started burying the dead or people. If somebody died in the family, in the group, they started burying. He is also called as the prehistoric man. He lived from 10,000 to 40,000 years ago. So Neanderthal man. Then comes Homo Sapiens. Homo Sapiens, 1450 cc capacity, very intelligent man, also called as the modern man, and started wearing clothes, intelligent man, develops a lot of technology. You and me all belong to Homo Sapiens. So you saw how the journey came, started from ape-like man. We were semi-erect. First we were arboreal, then we came on land. Then see how our forelimbs, they became short, hind limbs developed, pelvic girdle broadened, opposable thumb came. Hair, we started losing hair, our chin developed, intelligence developed, very important, cranial capacity developed. And then how we initially started with using stone as tools, then started living together. Fire was developed by Homo erectus. Neanderthal man was the one who started ceremonies. And now today we are very much evolved Homo sapiens, and the journey continues. Still the journey of evolution is continuing. This is a good chart. I've taken it from your textbook. It will help you to understand. So we are studying first about Dryopithecus, Ramapithecus, Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Erectus, Neanderthal man, Homo sapiens. I told you how to remember. D-R-A-H-H-H H, 4H. Drapithecus, Ramapithecus, Australopithecus. Dra. H, 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 H. In H, H is also how to remember hen. First H is for Homo habilis. E is for Homo erectus. N is for Homo Neanderthal. And last one is Homo Sapiens. Okay. How was Drapithecus? He was ape-like. He was like an ape only. He had full body covered with hair. Ramapithecus was like man. Australopithecus is the connecting link between ape and man. Homo habilis, handyman. He started using tools for the first time. Homo erectus, ape man. Neanderthal man, advanced man, prehistoric man, one who started performing ceremonies. And Homo sapiens is the modern man. Followed. See, we are developing this slowly. I'm not teaching you everything at a time. First, try to remember the different heads. Drapithecus, Ramapithecus, Australopithecus, Homo habilis, Erectus, Neanderthalis and Sapiens. Then try to remember how were they? How were they appearing? They were appearing like ape, Drapithecus, Ramapithecus like man, Australopithecus was a connecting link, habilis, handyman, Homo erectus was the one who developed fire, ape man. Okay, he's also the one who started living in caves. Neanderthal man was the one who performed ceremonies, and Homo sapiens. Where are the fossils found? The fossils of Drapithecus are found in Lake Victoria of Africa, Harital Ganga, Himachal Pradesh. So even in India, the fossils were found of Drapithecus. Ramapithecus, his fossils were found in the Shivalik hills in India and even in Kenya. Australopithecus fossils were found in the town in South Africa, Ethiopia and Tanzania. Homo habilis, it was found, the fossils were found in Olduvai Gorge, Tanzania in Africa. Homo erectus, he is called as the Java man. So it is very easy to remember. Java man hai to Java in Peking. Neanderthal man, the name itself came from the Neanderthal Valley, which is in Germany. So even this is easy to remember. Ramapithecus, remember Ram, India, Shivalik Hills. This is the way I am telling you how to remember easily. And Homo sapiens, basically their fossils originated to be found in Africa. Okay. So we always say, no, Africans are the dominant generation. You know, polygene inheritance I did not teach you, but darker skin is the dominant one. African people, they are our first successful Homo sapiens and then we evolved. Period. This is again important. I did not emphasize up till now on this. Let us see. Period. Drapithecus lived in Myosin Epoch. So actual human evolution began 20 to 25 million years ago. MYA means million years ago. Then Ramapithecus, Myosin and Pliocene. So after Myosin comes Plio. Then which is 14 to 12 million years ago. The Australopithecus is Pliocene and Plisto. After Plio, Plisto. How to remember? Plio, Plisto. Okay, and these two, the Australopithecus and Homo habilis, they are believed to live in the same time. The late Pliocene or the early Pleistocene, which is little bit, the time period is different. It is 2.5 to 1.4 million and this is 4 to 1.8 million. Longer time they were supposed to living, the Australopithecus, the connecting man. So see, Myosin 20 to 25 million years ago. Pliocene almost 14 to 12 million years ago. Pleistocene is somewhere between 4, you can say, to 1.4 million years ago. So 4 million to 1.4 is Plisto, isn't it? Plisto. Then Homo erectus was again found in the middle Pleistocene epoch. 1.5 million years ago is middle Pleistocene. And late Pleistocene is almost 40,000 to 1 lakh years ago is late Pleistocene. So see, only 4 eras, epoch we are studying. Myosin, Pliocene, Plio, and then Plisto. Isn't it? And now it is Holocene. So let us see the skeletal features of Drapithecus, Ramapithecus, not special skeletal features because they're almost like apes. Body was covered with hair, semi-erect posture, no chin is there, cranial capacity is very less, and they were bipedal. Australopithecus was not taller than 4 feet. Prognathous face, chin is not there in Australopithecus, almost like man. Some characters are like ape, some characters are like man. Absence of chin, character of ape. Lumbar curvature present, character of man. So see, it is a connecting link. What were the characters similar to apes? Prognathous face, chin absent. Lumbar curvature is a character of man. Homo habilis, they had lower jaw, they were lightly built, they had dentition like a modern man, they had smaller molar teeth. Homo erectus, now see the height increase, they become 5 feet because body is becoming erect, no? So slowly height will increase. 5 feet in height, prognathous face, massive jaws, huge teeth. Teeth spelling is wrong here. Chin absent, bony eyes. They have eyebrow ridges are very protrudent. Neanderthal man, he was heavy, built short. He also had very brow ridges, like very a low forehead with the brow ridges, which were seen properly. They had deep jaws. Chin was absent till here. Curved thigh bones. Whereas in Homo sapiens, we have chin. Posture, Dryopithecus was semi-erect. So he was almost like an ape. Ramapithecus now started becoming erect. Australopithecus is a connecting link, upright, and then all are erect. All of us are walking on two legs. We have an erect posture. Cranial capacity, we are not talking about Dryopithecus and Ramapithecus because it was almost about 400 or lesser cc. But Australopithecus, see how the cranial capacity increased. 450 to 600, then 800, 900, 1400, and finally 1450. Special features, they were similar to chimpanzees. Who? Dryopithecus. Australopithecus, man with a ape brain, connecting link. Homo habilis did not eat meat. I have already told you, vegetarian. Tools they were making from stones, and he was called handyman. Homo erectus, meat eating, omnivorous, developed fire. Neanderthal man used hide, buried, dead, constructed tools, basically started living in the caves for the first time, and finally Homo sapiens developed distinct races, developed cave art about 18,000 years ago. Okay, and we have different races. So cranial capacity of human being increased over a period of time. Large size of frontal lobe developed in development of high forehead, more intelligence. Physical development of the body occur. Brain could be used effectively and productively now. Freedom of forelimbs from locomotion. We are not using our forelimbs to move around. We have opposable thumb. We are utilizing our hands more better now. We can hold objects. We can effectively use our motor skills. Development of motor skills occurred. Bipedal locomotion. We started walking on legs, upright posture, stereoscopic vision, 3D vision, and therefore we could move around safely on land. Evolutionary history of man was traced with the help of fossil remains found over a period of time. It is clear that there is gradual increase in the cranial capacity, shape of skull, dentition pattern. Our journey of evolution still continues. Hello students. So you saw that how we have seen a wonderful journey of human evolution. How to remember epoch? I have told you a very good way to remember the difficult names. You should always make acronyms. Myo, Plio, Plisto, Holo. Myosin 20 to 25 million years ago. Pliocene after that. Then Plisto and then Holo. How to remember the difficult names of the evolution? I told you a formula DRA. D stands for Dryopithecus. R stands for Ramapithecus. A stands for Australopithecus. And there are 4H. How to remember this 4H? Remember another acronym HEN. H, Homo habilis. E, Homo erectus. N, Homo neanderthalensis. And finally, Homo sapiens. This is a way to remember. Then, always remember the main points. Dryopithecus was ape man. He was almost like an ape. Ramapithecus, found in the Shivalik hills, slowly developed like a man. Australopithecus, connecting link, isn't it? Then comes Homo habilis, vegetarian man. Then comes Erectus, found fire. Then comes Neanderthalis, started ceremonies. And then comes the most intelligent Homo sapiens. And the journey continues, because after every new generation we say the new generation is more intelligent than us. You are more intelligent than our generation. So I hope you understood this wonderful chapter of origin and evolution. Do read it from your textbook and revise it. Thank you.